Good morning. Hello, everybody.
Morning.
It is day 27 of our Totally RAWsome vlog. We can see you. Can you see Bodhi? There she is. She's Queen Elsa of Arundel this morning. In full character. Yeah.
Day 27. 7, you said. That's fine.
Yeah, just day 27. This is my 15th day of juicing this month, I was realising. Which means is what, day 60, 70, 18 for you of this month in July. Yeah, so we're doing this vlog to update everybody on how we're doing, but it's sounding a bit repetitive for me. I'm loving it. Stretching was brilliant this morning. In fact, I woke up feeling pretty good this morning. I've been feeling quite tired for the past wee while, but having had a morning off yesterday, I think it's made a lot of difference. And having a child-free zone for 24 hours, I think, makes a big difference as well. So I feel a bit re-energized from that, which makes a difference. So I woke up this morning feeling fresh again, which was lovely. Did some lovely stretching, and we did some key breathing this morning, which was intense and brilliant. So that left me feeling great. And then the dance this morning was so much fun. So yay! Here we are, 9 o'clock, a day of juicing. I'm a bit sad that my fridge is not full of juice this morning. It is a bit lacking in yummy, tasty juices, so we'll have to rectify that quickly. Like resting on our laurels, perhaps, having done so many little juice stints. We need pineapples, I think. Yeah, so like I got up and said, oh, I'm not eating today again, that's right. It didn't faze me more than going, I'm not eating today. It's great. You don't need to eat as much food as you think you do. That's really, really true. I was eating a lot. I love food. There's nothing wrong with eating lots of food. It just wasn't necessarily the right amounts of food. So lots of breads. Lots of bread mainly. I think that was really all I indulged in on a big scale, I think. But yes, I'm not missing bread at all, I've got to say.
Yeah.
The smell of toast can make you go, that smells nice. But I'm not missing it. But I am looking forward to making sourdough bread and baking some nice sourdough bread to have that in our diet. And then we'll figure out some sort of butter or topping to go with it. But yes, I like the act of eating bread. So to have a bread that I feel is a suitable, healthy bread, an alternative to the manufactured breads out there. I think that would be great. How is Bruce this morning?
I'm good. I think I'm looking forward to 3 days of juicing. I think this first day again will be harder than it was last week, than it was the week before again, because the amount of food I ate over the course of this weekend was huge by comparison to the rest of the month so far. I probably ate as much this weekend as I had the whole month. In fact, more. Again, so yeah, we'll see how that settles down over the course of today. At the moment, I'm not feeling hungry. I'm just about to finish the juice, and yeah, we'll see how it goes as I go out into Edinburgh and come back, and just will I be able to just kind of not have food and drink juice and be quite all right with it, because I know I'm absolutely fine. So I think I've had that, kind of verified within my body a couple of times now. How often do I need to prove it to myself that I'm okay without food? And it's interesting how often we do such things, I suppose, to ourselves with these type of things that we can't live without. Suddenly you live without them and they're not so bad, but you don't, we're not convinced after the first time. We need a second time just to make sure, maybe a third time just to make sure. So yes, I should be absolutely fine because I've got juice, I've got water, don't actually need anything else. Yeah, kind of, I feel that this week's going to be a lot of kind of weirdness insofar as just trying to reconcile what we've done over the course of this past month, and then, taking that forward. And I think that's going to be kind of odd, come the end of the week. Friday's going to be here probably before we know it, into that final day of sort of the raw for July, the juicing for July. that's going to be done. And then, you know, it is kind of, what do we step into next? So Carol's very much about maintaining the raw as much as possible, and I'm totally in support of that. My support may not extend quite as far as participation, insofar as not.
You might relax back into things like coffees and things that I didn't go back into, and that's the thing. It's not.
I don't know, because as I've said, I think a couple of times here and on, just in conversations, you know, coffee's kind of a dangerous one. I think to me, it's a bit like if you're a smoker and you go back to smoking. You don't just have one, you know. You end up, you buy a jar of coffee, you buy a packet of cigarettes, you tap a cigarette off of somebody, you go to the shop and get, you know, a coffee, and maybe you can get by with just that. It's like, oh, it's just one that'll do me for the next, you know, sort of weeks or months. Yeah, that's right. But most likely it's going to be a lot of doing for an hour. I will probably have coffee just to really kind of explore the effect that it has on me, and it's going to have a really pronounced effect on me, but one that I was absolutely dumbed down to and sort of desensitized to previously. So I have no idea what the full effect of coffee going through my system was like. I remember 3 years ago, we did a month of, it wasn't raw vegan, it was vegan, most certainly, and it was a pretty hardcore diet, but it allowed for hot foods in there as well, and I didn't have coffee in that. That was 28 days, and I remember coming out of that and having a coffee, and having coffee out of that before, as we came out of that, and yeah, for about an hour and a half afterwards, I just had the most insane buzzing going through my body, and it didn't feel particularly good. The flip side to that is it tasted great. So, you know, where do you kind of, it's the taste of coffee that I miss more than it's not the caffeine. I mean, I've really felt the past few days where I felt really tired. It's like, this is why I would have a coffee, and I want a coffee because that's it. Show me another equivalent stimulant or anti-relaxant. It's not really a stimulant. It just stops you feeling tired. It doesn't wake you up.
I can't imagine life like that.
Yeah.
I really can't. I've never drunk coffee or tea and don't take things when I feel tired. So.
And I think I'm also looking forward to being able to have things like chai and green tea and, you know, non-caffeinated hot drinks again, which I was enjoying beforehand. And, you know, for this month I stopped everything, and there's nothing hot going into the diet at all. So there is no tea, and certainly no caffeine in the tea. So even, you know, green tea with caffeine is not going to work, or a chai tea that's got black tea that has caffeine in it is, you know, that's not for this month either. So the safest thing was just to, you know, entirely stay away from it. I think the closest that I've got to sort of non-raw is a jar of almond butter, and whilst it's all good and well, the nuts have been roasted, so I used it once. I'm not going to use it again until the month is over, just to kind of relax off that a little bit, but it's fine because I don't plan on needing almond milk before the end of the week now anyway. So yeah, just all food. It's all about food at the moment, but overall I would say that the journey through this month so far has been quite incredible. Really enjoyed it, and wouldn't necessarily want that aspect of it to end at all. You know, I wouldn't like to think that by changing my food back up and going into what is a more regular diet, I'm going to end up sort of just dropping everything back down again, you know, and sort of dumbing myself back down again. And I'm not dumb in that regard. It was just that I wasn't kind of waking up to any of the energy that's
things
within
become
me.
Harder. Is that dumb? It's not that you're dumb, it's not you're stupid dumb. It's that you're not able to respond as much. Yeah. Yes, your body cannot respond.
And if you're on a diet that's full of sort of stodgy and additives and, you know, sort of sugars and all this kind of stuff, and you've got a really active lifestyle as well, then I can only imagine how hard that body must be working to cope with both of those massive stresses on it on a constant basis. Yeah, you know, and that was pretty much, well, I wasn't on a highly active diet. I was running about an awful lot, but it wasn't active insofar as going to the gym or running or anything like that. It was just constant movement and a really bad diet. This month I've been constant movement and a really good diet, and the difference has been, you know, massive. I don't feel like I'm slumping at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, while I am still snappy. I'm less so.
You're definitely maintaining a good energy to go to bed.
Yeah.
There's a positive. Well, there's been difficult days, but we're all going to have difficult days.
Yeah,
in a month.
Absolutely. So no, it's been good, and as I say, it has been a good month. It's been a good experience. It is a good experience. It's not even close to being over yet. There's still another fully 5 days so far. So, but it is a really good experience. One that I would repeat as well. Maybe not for a whole month, but certainly the, you know, sort of having that intensity of juicing for a while. If I ever feel like I'm getting out of shape again, then 10 days of juicing is the way forward, I think. But then, you know, and that's part of it. I don't necessarily want to kind of backpedal on, you know, how I'm feeding myself, so that I then find that I have to go back through, you know, sort of 10 days or whatever of juicing, where I could just maintain a really good diet and once a week do maybe 1 day or 2 days of juicing, and just kind of, or 3. I don't know about 3 days a week of juicing. It's
intense.
It is intense. It is intense, and I don't know if it's entirely necessary, but then none of it's entirely necessary. Ultimately, you've got one shot at this, so do your very best with it.
Yes.
And whether that's having a bang-on diet, or making sure that you're completely chilled within yourself, or whether you want to eat all the delicious emotional food that's out there, and
let's fast diet.
Yes, and leave a grease-laden corpse. Yes, as
all
they
the
say,
choices.
Good health is the slowest form of dying. So.
That's true.
If you're going to do it that way, make sure you fill in the space with something really worthwhile.
Well, I'm certainly enjoying it, so yes.
Yes.
Yay. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So we'll check in with you again tomorrow morning for day 28.
28.
Yep.
Fully 4 weeks for us. That will mark an absolute 4-week point. That's pretty mega.
It is quite amazing when we reflect on it ourselves that our bodies have not seen anything remotely bad in that long, and that's so wonderful. So yay for doing stuff, and yay, I totally encourage everybody to experiment with food, experiment with good food if you can. It's your life. Be good. If you've got health problems, obviously consult your doctor.
Absolutely.
We're totally okay to do this. So, all right, love you lots. See you all again tomorrow now. Bye.
Take care. Be RAWsome.